I am buying a guitar today at Zim's Guitars in Mesa, Arizona. I saw this guitar online that Dane was reviewing, and I liked it. I mean, it's the color I liked, everything else. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to buy it. In fact, he's ringing it up right now for me, and I'm going to go ahead and display it when I get home. And we're going to cut and gut it and check it out. It's a Fesley, so we'll see how that works out. And again,
Fesley, foreign exchange student, Les Paul. That's where they get their name from.
That's right. Foreign
Like
exchange
Fez,
student.
foreign exchange student, Les Paul.
Yeah, Dane's the man. He's the guy I watched on the video. I'll put a link to the video for his Fesley review in the description field, and you can check it out.
And make sure that you say today's string choice.
Today's string choice is Super Slinky, my personal choice, the 009s.
9 through 42s.
Yeah, I love them. I love them. To me, it's the perfect string. So cool.
Straight
beans.
out of Coachella, California.
Cool. All right, well, let's get it rung up, take it home, and check it out. Now, here we are in my little makeshift studio. We're going to be reviewing the Fesley guitar. We're going to be doing a cut and gut on this one, which basically means we're going to cut the strings. We're going to check out the tuners. We're going to check out the bridge. We're going to check out the tuners, and then we're going to check out the bridge, pulling off the pick guards, and also looking at the pickups as well. Then we're going to flip this little puppy over, and we're going to pull off the guards in the back. And we're going to be taking a look at the wiring, the pots, everything else. And I just noticed, I always check out the website and always want to check out the history of the company, because I hadn't heard of Fesley before until I saw Dane's video from Zim's Guitars. His description is in, or his information's in the description. But that guitar that you're seeing right there to the left, that is the one that I'm going to be reviewing. And I played it a little bit at the store. Sounded great. So I bought it, and we're going to check it out. So if you want to spend some time with me, I appreciate it. And we'll take a look at this Fesley guitar. I introduced it before, I'm going to introduce it again, is the Super Slinkies by Ernie Ball. I've been buying these strings for at least 2 decades now, if not 3. Just think pink when you want to get some strings. And again, I always go with the pink package because those are the 009s all the way up to the 42s, or not 9 to 42 as far as string gauge. If you ever want to try these strings out, they're made in the USA and they always have good prices. But I would definitely give them a shot. No endorsement whatsoever from Ernie Ball on this. This is just my go-to. So anytime I do a cut and gut, I always buy a set of strings to replace onto the new guitar. All right, well, let's check this out. Okay, well, first let's look at the case. Nice little carry bag. And again, another reason why these guitars are cheaper than the ones that you buy in America. One of the main reasons is there's no hard case. Hard case, you can automatically tack on about an extra $200 to $250 just for that case in itself, which is custom made and great for traveling. Here, this is more for local traveling. You get a little pocket here. Instruction manual. And again, this is great. If I had a kid that wanted to say, hey, you know what? I want to learn how to play guitar and I want him to look cool while he's doing it, I would definitely look at this guitar first. This is the FLP350 Fesley electric guitar. And in here, you've got your guitar, your carrying case, you got your guitar cable, which I didn't really bother with. You've got your strap, again, which I didn't really bother with, and the Allen key, which I'll need to look for and see if it's in the case, but I have Allen keys. So all this stuff is pretty much secondary to me, but for the new beginner, you really get everything you need in order to get this guitar plugged in and playing. We got an area here on guitar string maintenance, changing your strings, which is great, installing new strings, It kind of shows you a technique there on how to hold the strings in place so they don't slip all the time like they do with me. Yeah, adjusting string action, adjusting string intonation, adjusting truss rod, guitar hardware and care, guitar anatomy. They break everything down for you so you know exactly what's going on. This is really cool. I never got this with my Fender back in 1979. And again, caution, a couple of caution things back here, more common sense kind of things, and product warranty information, and to connect directly with our support team at support@fesleymusic.com. Oh, very cool. It's very nice. Okay. Got this little carry handle right here, which is, I've never really seen this on a gig bag before, so this is kind of cool. All right. Then you got your regular carry over here. Now it's not really all that well balanced. See, it's definitely a little bit body heavy on here as far as a gig bag. So I would say, if anything, you're going to be getting more use out of these straps when it comes carrying it around. These straps are adjustable, so you can either make them shorter or longer based on your comfort, which is nice. And they look pretty durable. Yeah, well, again, not a bad quality for a gig bag. And being a beginner, you really want to start off with a gig bag. Getting a hard case is just something you can always do down the road, or you can even make your own, right? Be a great project. Okay, let's go ahead and pull the guitar out here. Let's take a look at the inside. First off, you got a beautiful looking board here. I like Fesley, the way it's in here on the 12th fret, the way they put the inlays. And right off the bat, they put the circle inlays, not round inlay, but it's literally a circle with a space in there. That's really cool. And nice little logo up in there, Fesley. This looks very much like, what's that company, Spree or something, where they do the E like this. That's pretty cool. And I like the shape of that F. It's a great design for the F. Almost has like a neon type shape to it. That'd be really cool if you could flip a switch and that would all of a sudden turn into a red neon. Let's pull the whole thing out. And let's see what we have here. Got the satin liner in here. Okay, it's nice. Okay, wow. Well, right off the bat, I'm digging the color concept of this flat black, satin black, however you want to name it. I just love the look of this and how everything is. And again, I'm a huge fan of just straight black guitars. I do prefer one pickup over two, but nothing wrong with that too. It's just if I was building a guitar, I would build it with just the one pickup. We've got separate volume controls. This is for the bridge. This one is going to be for the neck. They're not push-pull. And back here is going to be your tone. You got your switch right here, rhythm, treble. Very similar to what you would see on a Gibson LP. Now let's flip this over. We'll be getting to this section as well. You can see where it still has the protective film on it. And here we've got the serial number imprinted right on the back of the neck. It is a bolt-on neck, which is great. So if you ever do need any adjustment, you can always just take it off, put in a shim, whatever you need to do, and put the neck back on. So it's not a fixed-in neck, which is nice. Move a little bit down here. Fesley Quality Control, made in PRC, People's Republic of China. This is the deluxe edition. And it does have first fret, 0.5 millimeters, 12th fret, comes in at 1.5 millimeters. And you got the inspector in here that did it, which is nice. Nothing on here on finish or hardware. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be filled out or not. Got the inspector number, the date, which was August 18th, yeah, about 3 months ago. So this just came out, 2023. And nice looking guitar tuners in here. Seem very smooth. Let's chop these strings, take them off, and we'll take a look at the top part of the guitar. And then seriously, just as I was getting ready to finish. And then we'll take a look. And then we'll take a look at the back of the guitar and see how that looks. Let me take care of my dog here. I'll be right back. This is a cling area, and I will be sure to keep objects off the guitar as I do not want to damage it. But I would recommend that if you do any work on a guitar, make sure it's on a protective surface and that it's supported properly. And that if you're doing any work around any area of components, that you put a cloth down in order to protect in case, you know, hey, stuff happens, right? So we're gonna go ahead and cut these one at a time. I'm not gonna loosen the strings. I like to hear that pop. Ooh. Wow, that went flying. Boom! I should put like little puppets back there and see if I can get them hit with the strings. Here's the tough one. There we go. All right. Okay, so we got the strings off. Let's go ahead and take this off and just get rid of the strings in one scoop. Let's just dump right out. And already we have our first component. Very solid. Nothing lightweight about it. Good construction. Yeah, this looks very nice. Let's go ahead and set that aside right there. So, our next item is the second bridge. This is where you do all your adjustments. Again, nice weight to it. I like that. Very classic of a Gibson type style setup, by the way. Get this out of here. Take a look what we have on the screws. Very nice. Again, these are painted black all the way through. Looks like a very durable type casting on that. So that looks very nice, very clean. I like that. Let's see where they have this at. Let's see. Half, 1, 1.5. Okay, so it looks almost 2 lines out, 2 full lines out. We'll just remember that. The reason why is because it kind of helps give you a head start on trying to space the strings up in here instead of just being completely flat. Okay, again, very nice. Very nice quality. Stamped in very nicely, clean, okay. Again, I'm not gonna, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the one of these. I'm not gonna take the other one out. Okay, again, very nice weight to it. It just has a very solid feel. Let's go ahead and take the fourth one out. Yeah, again, these are just really nice components here. I'm going to put these to the side. But yes, very nice components. What we'll do is next we'll take a look at these pickups. So let's go ahead and take a look at these pickups and the wiring configuration inside. I'm not going to go through and meticulously film how I unscrew each one. I'm just going to jump to it once I have all the screws off. So we'll be back in a flash of a second. And let's start with the neck pickup. These wires pulled out of here. Got the main wire going through, and then also the pickup selector switch wire. Obviously routed through, being routed through here and going to the neck. This is nice. We've got a wax bottom to this humbucking pickup to really help on reducing the noise. Looks like solid construction. I can't tell inside if it's copper wiring or not, but I'll lay odds that it is copper wiring. I like the look, the nice clean look of the pickup. I think it would have been cool, just as a side mark. Seymour Duncan did this with their black pickups, but do a black glossy Fesley on here so that really blends in with everything else as well. You'll still see it. It's just it's going to be camouflaged in, because you got your Fesley up here, so people basically know what guitar it is. And then here's the other wire for the bridge pickup, and again it's being routed through, and so all the wiring is routed through into the cavity area back here, which we'll be going to in just a moment. But before we do that, let's take a look at the headstock and see what's going on there. On this end of the body, dealing with the neck, this is really great work here as far as the name on the 12th fret, Fesley. Here, these kind of remind me of tiny washers. This is really cool, very intricate design for the 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, as far as the inlays. Really, really super cool. Nice feel up here on the nut. My camera fell over, so I was just getting ready to pick up on the nut, and something I noticed here. Now my guitar's all put back together, but look here. You see what looks to be like glue that's been pressed out when the nut was put in? Yeah, that runs all the way across to the other side over here as well. Okay, let's see if I can get a better focus on that. There we go. And that runs all the way across. That could have been done a little bit better. That is just not as clean as I would like it. But again, for the price point, you're gonna make compromises. And it's really not noticeable unless you get right up on top of it, which is what I am. And I have it on top of my new workbench, which is really nice. So I'll be using this from now on. So cool beans. All right, let's get back to the rest of this guitar. Okay, let's take a look at these tuning keys, or one of them. We're not gonna take them all apart. I'll take the one off closest to me. 10mm socket, which is pretty standard. And we just need to really just give it a little bit of a snug fit on these, but not too tight. They're not designed to be cranked down. You really don't want to do that. I know some people do close-ups on stuff like this. I'm not one of those people. Okay. Yeah. Overall, looks like really sturdy workmanship. Now, stuff like this needs to be tried and tested over time. But from what I'm seeing right now, and from other models that I have seen come out of China, this is really nice quality. Okay, I'm gonna put all this back together, and then we're gonna take a look at this neck, and I'll be right back. As far as an evaluation of the wood, let's just take a look at the headstock. The neck feels very smooth. I did find one niche spot up in here that I can feel that grabs my finger, and I'm not gonna pick at it because I know it's gonna make it worse. So that flaw, by the way, is, yeah, you can just feel it right out, is right there. I know you can't see it, but if you're a guitarist, you know what I'm talking about. you can definitely feel it up in here. And also too, I'm noticing grains along the neck. And also up on the headstock as well. I'm not a huge fan of grainy material. I know they use mahogany. Mahogany can have its moments, but again, on something, if I was building a guitar, and obviously I would be looking at this aesthetically as well. I mean, this looks fine, don't get me wrong, but I would definitely put wood filler in here just to get rid of these holes, sand it down smooth all the way through the neck, get that natural wood tone out, but at the same time, fill in these micro holes that are in here. It's just granular. It's a natural part of wood, but I would like to have seen that filled in. But again, for $179, this is awesome. So far, I'm really giving good marks for this guitar. Let's go ahead and take a look at the body back section as far as the wiring. Let's really get into the guts of the guitar. This is what I've been waiting for, and I hope it's what you've been waiting for as well. Yeah, let's check it out. A couple of things here I've noticed on the finish. You really want to be careful. I don't know if you can see those or not, but I'm definitely picking up on some scratch marks here and also on here as well. And I don't believe that those are going to come out. It looks like whatever finish they put on here was just a straight finish, and I don't think there is a coating on top of it that was done, for example, like maybe in a satin coating. Looks like this is just a straight paint and that's it, with no protective surface. So when purchasing the black, just keep that in mind. And I'm not too sure about the other two models, but definitely on this, you're looking at easy scratching. So this would definitely be a decal guitar at some point. Oh, I do have a spinner. And a spinner, and I'll tell you how to fix this. It's on this one here. It just won't fully tighten. Is it a big deal? No, not on something like this. But if you did want to fix it, there's videos on it. But typically, you just get some glue. At least for me, well, see, it's going to be a little bit difficult because of the finish you have on here. I would say get some sawdust and some glue, mix it together, tape off this area, and just get an area cut where you just have a hole in there so you minimize any outside mess, and just stuff the mixture of sawdust and glue down there. Let it set for 24 hours, come back, drill a small hole where this used to be, or where the hole currently is, but a little bit of a smaller hole than what's currently there, into the sand, into the sawdust and glue mixture, and then from there you'll get more of a solid fit. Am I going to do that? No. This is not the type of guitar where I'm going to chase that kind of a fix unless somebody absolutely requested, you know, hey, Jimmy, can you do that for that guitar just so I can see how it's done? But it would have to be requested. I can do it, but it would have to be requested. I just don't want to mess around with that right now. So here we are at this juncture. Let's go ahead and take a look at the guts. As you can see here, got the toggle switch out. And if I recall correctly, I think it came out, yeah, in this direction. So if I'm toggling over here, now I'm trying to figure out which pickup was which pickup. That's all right, I'll go back on the video and see it. But as you can tell, it connects the pickup there to the other side over here. And this is the main wire that's coming out, grounded. This middle one here will probably be spliced into both pickups at the same time because this activates both pickups. So that'd be both pickups, bridge, neck, both pickups. Okay? I hope you're still with me. If you are, please subscribe. It's hard, man. There's so many videos out there, but I'm trying to do something unique here, and I really like exploring these new guitars that are coming out of China, Indonesia, South Korea, even Thailand. So be patient, and I shall return. Here we go. That's a little bit better. That's what we're going to be getting into next. Well, let's give Fesley a round of applause because they did a great job here. I noticed that the wood was not looking like mahogany. And as you can see here in their advertising, they say that the neck and the body are crafted using premium mahogany. Well, the wood that I found, if you look at this close-up, that's not mahogany. They responded and said, you know what, Jim, you're right. That's poplar. So they are going to correct their advertisement and now reflect that the body's made out of poplar. I'm glad they did that. They're fantastic people. And now let's get back to the rest of my video. I did the same thing on my guitar, the custom I built. Got to get that long drill through here, and through here. There's really no other way to do it. And yes, you are going to end up with some scars on the bottom here as far as the drill bit. So you can see the drill bit they used. And it was probably about a good, I'd say 12-inch, if not 15-inch drill bit. So that way they had the room to go all the way through and get into this cavity. So that's a common thing. Before we start, before I pull this off, I just want to say, wow, I am really digging this neck washer that came off the back here. You can see how these are indented in here. So when you put the washer in, it lines up exactly with it, and it's coned out in the middle here. So it allows that screw to go in and be completely flush. And again, nice hardware. All right, let me take this off. Okay, let's take a look in here and see what's going on. Here's the main cable from the pickup selector switch. There's our green wire and our red wire. And as you can see, the green wire also interlinks with this as well. So these are going to be your volume controls. And this is going to be your tone right here. Now I did look at the maker. I didn't see 500K printed on here, but I'm going to go with the assumption that these are obviously 500K pots, which typically goes with humbucker pickups anyway. The maker, these are made in China, and I believe the spelling is Y-U-A-N as in Nancy, X-I-N as in Nancy, Yongxing, something like that. But that's where the pots come from. And again, I always tell people, pots are a dime a dozen. You can pick up 3 nice pots for $10 each online at Sweetwater or Amazon. Any of those places, $10 on average. Some less, some more. But from what I've heard, and we'll hear it here in a little bit, these pots seem to be just fine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cap everything off and flip this over, get the neck back on, and we're going to string this up and hear how this bad boy sounds. Before I string this guitar, I wanted to bring the attention to the truss rod, which I didn't. It is not an obtrusive truss rod, but it is definitely in there. Yeah, there we go. And it definitely turns for adjustment. So no problem there whatsoever. So everything's fine on the truss rod. If you hear some buzzing, it's my amplifier, not the guitar. It's either something I plugged into or something I might have even done wrong here inside the guts. But I tell you, I played it. It sounds great. And besides the buzzing that you'll hear when I put the effects on, I think you'll agree that this really has some great tone to it. And again, for copyright reasons, I'm just gonna go through some basic chords so you can hear how it sounds without having this video knocked down for copyright reasons. That's in the bridge position. Here's the middle position. You can just hear that buzzing. And the bridge position. Yeah, definitely something on the tone knob, because when I adjust it all the way to bass, on the bass end of it, the buzzing's gone. Just a slight tick on that. And I've got that buzzing coming back, so I definitely have a ground issue with my tone. I'll have to go back in and check that one out. Okay, let's listen to some crunch. And this is going through my PV Viper. A little bit of dirty. Now that's all over the bass. Here again with the feedback with the tone on it, I got even some more bite. Yeah, darn it with the tone. But it really has a nice sound on all the pickups in here, so definitely worth the investment. So I surmise on this particular guitar for $179 with what you get. Everything else looks great, a couple flaws here and there, but folks, really seriously for $179, you can't go wrong. I think this is available on Amazon, so if you go there, you can grab that. But this is really a nice deal. This is a keeper. This is also the kind of guitar that's cheap enough that later on, if you want to get in there and change out the pickups, if you want to do some modifications, maybe do some push-pulls, maybe a face, I don't know. But this is the kind of guitar that you can do that with. This could be your future Frankenstein, who knows, okay? But definitely I'm gonna give this guitar an 8 out of 10 as far as scoring on what I would consider a fairly decent quality guitar coming out of China. So definitely pick this up. Things on my wish list. I wish the Fesley was done in black and a glossy black. I wish that this trim in here would either be black trim or no trim at all, and just really just jet black this whole guitar out. I think the back of the neck with that mahogany wood, the way it looks right now, is fantastic. I would put in locking tuners, make it a little bit easier to restring. But other than that, that's just my own personal wish list, and those are things you might want to do if you decide you want to modify the guitar. Why not, right? What a great concept guitar here for beginners and even intermediate, to not just have to play, but also makes really nice looking wall art. Something to hang on the wall. Don't put this in the case, don't put this in the gig bag. Grab yourself one of those hooks and just hang it on your wall, man. I mean, this is a guitar you want to brag about, okay? So Fesley guitar, good job. 8 out of 10 on that. And enjoy. If you pick it up and you try it, leave me a comment. I would certainly love to hear about it. If you have any feedback as far as the video itself, again, leave a comment. This has been a very thorough video, so I hope it was not too long for you. Hey, loved having you along for the ride. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to build this channel, and I can't build it without you, okay? Thanks. Take it easy. Later.